Man, so I decided this month that I'm gonna make a video or upload a video every single day just because I really want to get better at content creation. It's something that I just really didn't value up until the past year of my life. I wish I documented so much more because I do live an interesting life. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts to share. I think a lot, and something that people tell me a lot is that they like how I think. But in doing so, I kind of got lost in the sauce. I got lost in trying to systematize everything. I got lost in trying to build a business and focusing on the logistics and the analytical side and the rational side. And I forgot why I left a lot of the things that I left behind. Because 2 years ago, I quit my job, if you didn't know. It was in consulting, like a mix of tech and management consulting for financial institutions. So it was like very much the opposite of what I'm doing right now. But the reason I quit is because I just got back into my creative expression. I got back into art, into music, and I was doing that outside of work. And there were just so many projects that I wanted to work on and things that I wanted to work on that I kind of reached my breaking point where I had to leave my job because it just didn't feel right anymore. And even though on paper it was such like an irrational decision, and right now I'm just like blowing through my savings, I have never felt more in touch with myself, and I feel like I'm doing this to honor myself. But in doing so, the past few months I've been so focused on like trying to make this work that I kind of got back into that mindset where I was kind of in survival, or just I wasn't really allowing myself to create. And today I decided, because I had to clear my porch because they're doing construction, I just decided, and they took the day off. I decided to use my porch while I can right now because they're going to be doing construction on it for the next 2 weeks, and I'm not going to have it and be able to have this outside time to just sit and paint and vibe and take a break from working on things, from writing, from making videos, even though that's what I'm doing right now. But I guess more trying to make like planned, systematized videos and just doing something spontaneous that felt good and not really worrying about the outcome. And that's like what painting is for me, is like I'll just sit and be the channel for an idea that wants to get out of me that I was feeling, and kind of sit in my feelings and like just let each stroke be an outlet for me, for my emotions, for my expression. And I'm taking a break right now, just to let the paint dry so I can paint more over it. And I was just thinking about that, and I was like, oh my god, I have not, this is what I needed. Like, this is what I quit my job for. This is what I was doing this all for, and I just got so lost in the sauce. And it doesn't matter if there's like structure that you have outside of you or not to blame for your lack of allowing yourself to let go and just do what feels right. For me, like I'm trying not to do this anymore, but I'll find excuses to not create. I don't know why. I think I'm like scared of it deep down. I'm scared that if I keep doing this, I'll end up creating something that takes me away from the life that I live right now. And even though that's what I want, it's also, I think, part of my ego is not ready to let go of the life that I have and the people that I have around me. And that's been something that's been coming up a lot recently, is like where I draw boundaries with people, and really having to like, I guess, cut people out of my life in a lot of ways, or at least withdraw my energy from them, because I want to focus on myself and I want to focus on the things I want to create. And I found myself kind of people pleasing in my life and giving other people my energy in ways that I wasn't able to give my time and energy back to myself. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I think there's so many different ways to let go. There's letting go at the expense of your desires. There's letting go of the plans that you have so that you can give your time and energy to other people, which isn't always bad. But there's also the type of letting go where you're giving your time and your energy back to yourself to like not be, quote, productive. I wish I could do quotes, but my hands are full right now. To not be productive, to not worry about the outcome, and just do something for yourself. Not the type of cheap dopamine things like scrolling and, I don't know, participating in your vices or binge eating, but like really just spending time with yourself, like letting go, allowing yourself to just have fun and be in your body. Like yesterday, I've been so focused on, this is like another way that it's showing up in my life, is I've been so focused on like working out that I just did not have the time or take the time to give myself a massage or do yoga and stretch my body out and let my body rest a little bit. I was just so focused on building and building and building that sometimes when you build too much, you don't get to like zoom out and look at the bigger picture and like try to figure out what it is you're building. And maybe a lot of the parts of building is subtracting. You don't always need to add, because the thing is, like, you're building a vision, and I guess you're creating a vision. So you build it and then you take some stuff away, and then you build it more and take some stuff away, and it's like this beautiful iterative process with the world. Instead of just trying to add and consume, I need more. I want to get back to painting and listening to music, because I've just been so locked in that I haven't even allowed myself to listen to music, which is part of why I quit my job in the first place, was to make music. And then I just haven't been enjoying music because I've been so focused and worried about how I'm gonna make money. Oh my god. But this is part of the process, I know. You know, sometimes you gotta overextend yourself a little bit to realize that's what's happening, and then pull yourself back a little bit. So I've just been learning to have a lot of compassion for myself and forgiveness for myself, because that's what entrepreneurship is and creation is at the end of the day, is just acceptance of oneself. And acceptance comes with it comes without judgment. It comes with compassion, it comes with empathy, it comes with forgiveness. So yeah, I guess that's what happens when you create a little bit, when you just let yourself let go, is that you remember that you're just the channel, and sometimes you can zoom out and see the bigger picture and see what you're creating in the context of everything else, and find that balance between creating like a child and editing like a scientist, and figure out where the things that you're creating fall into the context of culture and the world and everything else great. So if you've been pushing yourself a little too hard, this is your sign to just let yourself take a break, because that's in that empty space, in that void of when you're not doing, thinking, that's when the revelations will hit you. That's when the forces of the universe and the infinite field of abundance and knowledge will remind you things that your mind just can't fathom.